And gentlemen, remove the caps for the national anthem.
Fans, hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining us here on this Mother's Day. AFC Ann Arbor taking on Detroit City FC here in the 2018 NPSL home opener for the Mighty Oak. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Michael Kreutzma. Alongside me, Alex Drain. We're excited to have you here. Big matchup for the Mighty Oak. Looking at new stadium and trying to settle in following a difficult midweek result in the U.S. Open Cup. Alex, what are you looking for here today from the side?
Well, compared to the game on Wednesday, the Mighty Oak is going to have to bring much better execution in the game. On Wednesday, there was really pretty much even chances between the Mighty Oak and the Nor'easters, but the execution wasn't there for the Mighty Oak, and the Nor'easters converted really like three of their four prime scoring chances, and that was the difference. So execution is going to need to be better, and this is a big matchup, the opening game of the NPSL play. And a rivalry one between two teams have been very even. These two squads, 2-2-1 against each other in the last 2 years, meeting in the playoffs last year, and need to be better today.
And as we take a look at the lineup here, Coach Rudland shifting things a little bit from the side that started at the midweek game here in the U.S. Open Cup. Looking at a 4-3-3 rotation here. Mike Novotny in goal, Marty and Watson, Matt Brame, Joseph Akumu, and Breno Stapczynskis starting as a back four. In the midfield, you look at the midfield three of Henry Ramirez, who had a strong showing on Wednesday, Mark Ibarra, and Michael Shakely starting in a midfield three there. Michael Shakely playing a little bit more of an advanced role with Ibarra, and Ramirez looking to sit back. You have J.P. Ryla on the left wing, Kyle Breitmeyer starting as up top as the starting striker, and Yuri Farkas out on the right-hand side. Very strong lineup from Coach Rudland. He'll certainly be looking to attack Detroit City starting off early on here.
Well, they need to start a little bit better than they did in the match against the Nor'easters. Caught a little flat-footed the game, even out after that point, but the first 5-7 minutes were very one-sided. The Nor'easters got the early goal and had the momentum, so it needs to be a better start to this one for the Mighty Oak.
And as you saw there, the ceremonial kickoff here before this match, and the referee is going to hand the ball to Cyrus Sadie of Detroit City, who will start things off here this afternoon.
Well, this is a match with quite a few fans and a lot of opposing ones. Detroit City FC brought their whole supporting section over as well, while some AFC fans still filing in. Should be a good one. A lot of energy in the stadium.
Absolutely, Alex. And we are underway here. Christening of Skyline High School as the new home of AFC Ann Arbor, with the Mighty Oak starting off playing from left to right here.
They've been all over the place to begin this season. We had matches at Huron, at the last one at Eastern Michigan University, at Saline High School, finally settling into Skyline.
And we'll certainly be looking to settle quickly, get comfortable at their new stadium here for the 2018 campaign.
It should be noted that this is a homecoming for Mark Ibarra, starting midfielder for the Mighty Oak, as well as reserve striker Alec Lasinski, a pair of Skyline natives.
As you see Joseph Akumu there not able to keep the ball in. It'll be an early corner kick for Detroit City. Just under a minute into this match here.
The Mighty Oak only allowed, I believe, 2 corners in the match on Wednesday, but one, the first one of the game, was converted by the Nor'easters. This is a big moment. You need to hold your own early on.
As the ball gets played in here into the mix. It's a good effort, cleared well. Ibarra does the trick there and gets the ball all the way out.
Solid cross from Deacon, but good defense to play it away.
And there you see right now, it looks as though to start this match, it'll be Yuri Farkas in more of a central position up top, with Kyle Breitmeyer playing out on the right wing here. Position we've seen him take up a couple of different times throughout this early preseason here and the first couple of games in 2018, as well as several times throughout last season as well. Certainly seems to be a position he's comfortable in. Started off this season very well in the preseason and opening matches. Did Breitmeyer. You see Akumu getting tangled up there. No foul from the referee.
Akumu and Deacon right there matched up, but nothing. And a throw-in coming.
A lot of rain here in Ann Arbor yesterday, as well as a little bit this morning. Certainly a slick surface down there. I know we were walking around a little bit earlier, Alex, and definitely we'll look to see some of these guys try and get their feet under them early on here and feel comfortable. Probably a faster-paced game today as well.
Well, they're back on the artificial turf after playing in the natural grass in the match on Wednesday.
As you see Breno take the throw in long, looking for Brazilian teammate Yuri Farkas. Now Henry Ramirez giving chase.
Ramirez was a reserve, did not get the start on Wednesday, but played a really solid match once he came on in. He was subbed in.
He did.
And really jolted the attack for AFC Ann Arbor, so not a surprise to see him starting.
Ball was won well there. Here's Yuri Farkas on the counter now. Looking to take a shot with the left. He goes just wide of the far post. Good effort early on from the Brazilian. Just not quite on target, but certainly made the Detroit City keeper think about it there.
Farkas, a college player from Madonna University, with a great chance there, only in the 4th minute. Good job for the Mighty Oak to open up some good offensive chances early on, but they need to convert on one to get the momentum truly in their favor and quiet down the Detroit City FC fans.
I believe it was J.P. Ryla, returning player, stepping in to win the ball there and playing it into the feet of Farkas. Certainly we'll be looking to see some of the wide players use their pace, apply a little pressure here to the Detroit City back line, and look to get in behind. It's a good opportunity there for Farkas.
Being very patient right now. Fiskus and Carroll playing it between each other, a pair of college players.
Mighty Oak fans will recognize Jimmy Fiskus from last season's campaign, former AFC defender.
Michigan State University player.
Enjoyed a successful spell with AFC Ann Arbor. Always an interesting thing to watch, the returning coming to play against your former club. Can create some interesting matchups and situations. We'll be keeping our eyes on that one throughout this match here, as Fiskus drops all the way back for Pena.
Pena, the keeper for Detroit City FC from Fort Hays University, he had to come up big in the last match, which went to penalty kicks against the Michigan Bucks, an open cut match for Detroit City FC. They won it 5-4 in penalties.
And as any goalkeeper out there will know, nobody enjoys having to go to penalty kicks. Certainly one of the harsher realities of the game. And we're seeing so far in the opening 5 or so minutes here, Detroit City controlling a lot of the ball so far. Mighty Oak look content to sit back and try and feel them out a little bit here as the ball goes out to the right-hand side. And it was Brame and Watson doing the defensive duties there.
He's got tangled up and no call. Referee's letting him play on early on in this one.
And Breitmeyer will leave the ball here for Breno. And the center back pairing between Akumu and Brame is something we're certainly keeping our eyes on as well, a developing relationship there, the back line for the Mighty Oak. We're unfortunate to concede 3 goals at midweek. Both had relatively strong performances as Brame looks behind everybody for Breitmeyer there.
Well, that's one of those long diagonal passes we saw in the match with the Nor'easters. That one a bit more accurate. They were always just a tad strong in the match on Wednesday.
Pitch is a little bit wider here, a little bit longer than at Eastern Michigan's facility. Possibly that they will be looking to exploit some of that extra space. Again, like you mentioned, Alex, with the diagonal balls and some of the long balls back in behind the defense.
Well, early on, as we just entering the 8th minute, AFC Ann Arbor definitely the team pushing the pace a little bit more, dictating play. Really about one good chance for Detroit City FC. Otherwise, all the play has been spent in the middle of the end or all the way in the defensive zone.
As you saw a giveaway there from Marty and Watson, Ibarra was the intended target. Watson does well to win it back. Certainly back and forth here. Nothing too unusual for the opening 7 or 8 minutes.
Fans continue to file in.
It's great to see such a good crowd here, a strong showing from both sides. As you see the Main Street hooligans across the way from us here in good voice, and always great to see that. Here's Farkas looking for Ramirez. So far, not a lot of space in the middle of the park. Detroit City and AFC Ann Arbor both looking to close that area of the field down. As J.P. Ryla looks to break away down the left wing. He heads for the touchline. It'll be a throw-in.
Well, this presents an opportunity to set up the attackers. The throw-in in the offensive end.
Taken quickly. Goes back Detroit City's way. And it'll be a foul. Looks like it was Brame there. Smart to break up that counterattack. Slow things down. A professional foul, they call it. You see Mark Ibarra there in the center of the pitch, playing in between the lines when the team are on defense, looking to help shore up that back line position he has made his own following his freshman season at the University of Michigan. Certainly has become very comfortable in there. We did see him score a screamer in Milwaukee on the half volley there from just outside the box, so certainly not to say that Ibarra can't go forward. As as it's Novotny now in goal, taking this goal kick, looking to get things going for the Mighty Oak.
Keeper from Eastern Illinois will get things going.
Well won by Farkas there. It's going to fall out here on the right wing for Kyle Breitmeyer. It's a good battle on the right-hand side as Ramirez turns in to find Ibarra. As you see Sadie dropping the ball off and making a run through the middle. Certainly one of the main danger men for the visitors here this afternoon. And Fiskus looks long. Marty and Watson did well to shepherd the ball out. Another goal kick.
Well, so far, the Detroit City FC midline has been very good at stopping the AFC Ann Arbor rush, but hasn't turned into a lot of great offensive chances. They've been stellar at stymieing the rush, but not creating opportunities on the other end. AFC Ann Arbor has to like that.
Expect certainly part of Coach Rudland's game plan. Very familiar with this side, as you mentioned, 5 matchups over the last 2 seasons between the two.
These two teams both in the Great Lakes Conference. AFC Ann Arbor finished first with a 12-1-1 record in conference play last year. Detroit City FC was number 2 with a 9-2-3 clip in the conference play.
Akumu doing well to step in there. That ball's played long and out of touch. It'll be an AFC throw, which Akumu drops back from Mike Novotny in goal. Certainly looks to be a fluid midfield 3 here for AFC, as you see Shakely, Ramirez, and Ibarra all floating in and out, helping out in the defensive role, checking back into space and trying to pick things up. Kumu looks to switch it out to the left-hand side for Watson. He does well to bring it down. Now Brame. Ryla drop back for Ramirez, back to Ryla. Ibarra sweeps things up.
Now played all the way up, a good header there from Detroit City FC as they control briefly. Play it back, and now Carroll over to the side, harassed by Farkas, and foul called there, I believe. And it'll be the kick will be taken by the keeper, Pena. He just plays it on over to Fiskus. Again, very patient is the Detroit City FC defense. Methodically trying to set up something offensively. Pena's got it back to him. They've done a good job at stymieing the press from AFC Ann Arbor, but as a whole, this game has been pretty even thus far. Now they play it all the way back to Pena. Once again, just almost a minute now of just play between the center backs and the keeper. As Fiskus will try to bring it up, and then he passes it right to Ibarra, who takes it away. Plays it back to Akumu.
Now Ibarra wide for Breno. Nice turn from Shakely there in the middle to find Ramirez. We'll go out to the left side here.
Shakely and Ramirez hooking up, the only two in this starting lineup that did not get the start in the match on Wednesday.
And again, you see the Mighty Oak certainly sitting back here, not applying too much pressure on the back line for the moment.
But they're doing enough to contain any kind of Detroit City FC rush, trapping the ball in this half of the field.
So you see a giveaway there to Shakely. Now Ibarra in the middle, looking for Ryla on the wing, who does well to hold off his defender. Can he get there? He says yes, referee says no. It'll be a throw-in for Detroit City.
Ryla had to be careful not to be offsides there, and jostling with the defender, unable to make the play he wanted.
It's going to be a good battle on that left wing there between Sinclair and Ryla.
That was a pretty good ball on the long cross, but a nice job to get over and wall it off by Breno.
Now Sinclair for Detroit. Shakely helping Brame there, and the two are able to cover and drop the ball back to Novotny. Wide to the right for Breno, inside for Breitmeyer. 1-2. Farkas does well again. You see a lot of the forward players thinking defensively, helping out, getting stuck in early on here.
Neither of these teams seem to want to take a whole lot of chances.
As Okumu's dragged back there.
Yeah, it was a physical play. Okumu getting tangled up and thrown down to the ground, drawing the foul. So it'll lead to a kick for Novotny.
Fans, we'd like to take a quick second to thank St. Joseph Mercy Ann Arbor for making today's stream possible. It's the official health and wellness partner of AFC Ann Arbor. St. Joe's would like to remind everyone to eat healthy, stay active, and have fun in this summer 2018. Be a throw-in for Detroit City here. So you see Farkas doing well to close that space down. Certainly not trying to give away anything easy.
Well, in the match on Wednesday, AFC Ann Arbor really played two stages of the match. One in which they were very lackadaisical and surrendered a goal. And then when they got aggressive and started playing tight, this is kind of a happy medium. They didn't come out lackadaisical, but they're also not pressing yet.
As you saw that play there, Detroit City striker Sean Lawson was offside. Kumu doing well to understand where he was at on that one and make sure that he held his line when the ball was played. Here's Ramirez dropping back in. As Okumu switches for Brame. The first time ball was deflected. Knocked past Brame. Certainly looking for a foul there with Detroit City, but
looks kind of like phantom contact. Perhaps a good call.
Shoulder to shoulder, certainly. Brame doing his best to just get out of the way there, and referee saw that. Decided no call. Here's Shakely. Back out for Breno, who's seen a lot of the ball so far. As he looks long, seeing Farkas.
There's another long diagonal pass.
Farkas and Ryla both making the run up there. A little bit too long, and Pino was able to come out and gather. As Ryla looking into the middle for Farkas. He's done well to bring it down. Good touch, and Fiskus has shielded him off the ball there.
Sure looked like a hand right there. Bounced up, and it seemed like it touched Fiskus's hand, and now he got a foul.
It was Shakely getting involved there. Referee said he came in studs up, stud showing, and didn't like that one.
Breitmeyer arguing about the hand.
Certainly pleading his case on Shakely's behalf. You know, Farkas is certainly a danger man in those positions, getting between the defenders and in on goal.
We saw it right there, the run up by Farkas. 3 defenders for Detroit City FC converge. Did a good job to stop the rush.
Brame picks it up and looks long for Breitmeyer. He sends his thanks for the good idea back to Brame. Ball was a little bit too long.
You saw Breitmeyer throw on the brakes as soon as he realized it was going to be out of reach. the frontline attack and the strikers very careful not to get overextended, get out of position. They're helping on the defensive end a lot more than they have previously in the season.
In order for this system to work is certainly an important part of it. Sitting back and letting Detroit City have a lot of the ball. Now Ibarra looking out to the left side for Ryla. Just runs a little long. On a drier day, perhaps that ball stays in, but not here today on the slick turf. And again, you see the ideas are there. Execution still leaves you wanting for a little more. Now it's Akumu. Clears the ball only as far as Josh Gatt. And again, Akumu. Now, we saw Akumu getting very involved at midweek. Overall, played a very strong game.
He's athletic, lanky, gets all over the place. The long limbs, able to put himself in good positions as Ramirez gets called for the foul.
And surprising speed for his size. Does Akumu have? He's certainly one of the taller players, stands at about 6'4", maybe 6'5", but like you said, lanky, long legs, very athletic, and quite pacey for a center back. He's able to deal with a lot of the opposition's attacks because of that speed.
Well, and building on a previous point we saw just a minute ago, where Detroit City FC was kind of slowing the pace down, and out of nowhere, Breitmeyer comes up from behind and gets his leg in there. Another indicative moment of the approach of getting the strikers back in defensive positioning.
As Farkas was crowded out there, made a nice turn, but only into trouble. In defense, you see Ryla and Farkas staying farther up the pitch. Breitmeyer mostly hanging back and helping out as Breno steps in to win there. Good interception. And now it's Gatt on the left wing for Detroit as Breitmeyer fights him off the ball. Be a throw-in for AFC. Well done by Breitmeyer.
There you go again. Striker Breitmeyer back all the way in his own defensive zone, getting involved.
Detroit City in the middle. We're looking for the run going down the left. Weren't able to find it. Referee says it'll be a throw-in for Detroit City, and Breitmeyer is aggrieved by that decision. Now it's Sadie in the middle for Detroit.
Breitmeyer really fired up right now, stemming from the possible no call on a potential handball down the offensive end, and a couple of different things not going his way. A little fired up.
You like to see that from him. Like to see some of the energy, and hopefully when he gets on the ball going forward, we'll see more of that. Certainly an aggressive attacker, looks to take defenders on and try and get a shot on target. Now Fiskus. As Breno heads clear, Breitmeyer will drop it back to Brame now. Looking to the left for Ryla. First touch a little loose. He's able to keep it and drop back for Marty and Watson. And Shakely looking for Ibarra. Again, a little too loose. Turns it over to Detroit City.
It's a very slow-moving game. The pace is calm. Neither team, again, being too aggressive to get out of place and concede a costly goal.
Where you will see that pace start to pick up is in the counter-attack. The Mighty Oak are looking to have Detroit commit numbers forward and try and hit them on the break, maybe with one of those long diagonal balls.
Terrific tackle there from Breno. Takes the ball right out from under the Detroit City forward Gatt and earns himself a throw-in.
Breno playing more at right back today. We've seen him couple times play more in the center of defense. Today Rudland decides to utilize his talents a little farther wide. So far he's had a very strong match as Farkas looks into playing Ryla behind, and they're on the break here now. Ryla coming down the left-hand side, he'll cut it back. Looking across the box for Kyle Breitmeyer. Just wasn't able to find him. Breitmeyer had his hands up as if to say, give me a chance.
Ryla, a really fine play there. Had it on the rush. Kind of got out of control. Ran out of real estate. Threw on the brakes. Just unable to find Breitmeyer. But a good opportunity there, using the speed down the left wing.
Now it's Akumu. See the energy start to pick up a little bit here from the Mighty Oak. Breitmeyer was looking to drop it back for Akumu. Deflection, wasn't able to find him, and Brain will clear it. Finds the feet of Shakely. Looking left for Ryla. It's a good ball to him. Referee decides handball. Wasn't able to control it cleanly there. And again, you see the defender's looking to launch the attack and looking to play quickly.
Still no score between AFC Ann Arbor and Detroit City FC. Detroit City FC rush gets stagnated. They drop back into this little formation where Pena passes it between the center backs and waits to get something set up, but a nice takeaway by the Mighty Oak.
Ramirez looking out wide. Ball played sort of in between Farkas and Breitmeyer there on the right side. It's cleared back to midfield. It'll be Breno to take the throw in here. We enter the 28th minute of play here. Still scoreless at Skyline. Now it's Farkas who switched out to the left-hand side. He'll look to rejoin the attack in the middle as Ryla does well to get past his man on the left. Ryla with the ball into the middle. He's long over everybody. It'll stay in play. Breitmeyer did well to keep it in and knock it off the defender. It'll be an AFC throw. Good job by Breitmeyer. He's running out of space and time.
About the farthest deep throwing you can get right in front of the flag.
And it'll be Breno to take it.
Moving him all the way up from his defensive positioning, being a bit aggressive right here.
Now Michael Shakely gets past one. Wants to put a ball into the box with his right foot. And it's going to run out of play. It'll be a goal kick for Detroit.
Right idea, just put a little too much on it.
Fans, if you're watching along at home with us, be sure to let us know and send us a tweet using the hashtag COYMO. For you Mighty Oak faithful out there who are still trying to figure out what that one means, it's come on, you Mighty Oak. So you see Ibarra giving pressure there, knocking the ball out for a throw-in. Ibarra venturing a little farther forward there. Again, that's part of that fluid midfield we talked about, Alex. If it's you picking who goes forward and who stays back, what do you like? What do you think?
I like when they move Ramirez up. He was especially effective in that role in the Wednesday match.
Certainly was a bright spot. Akumu knocks the ball into touch. And I think you see between Ibarra and Shakely, very physical, a little bit bigger players. Ramirez more of a smooth player, likes the ball at his feet. Shakely and Ibarra more the muscle men, sitting a little bit farther back.
On Ibarra, you can leave back. You don't have to move him up all the way because he does have the capability to score from long range, the free kick specialist.
I think more as Mighty Oak have set pieces, look to see Ibarra getting involved. Stands at about 6 foot, good with his head, good in the air, and a good target on set pieces as well as standing over and taking them himself. So certainly a potential danger man for the Mighty Oak.
Been a very clean game so far. You've had one corner for Detroit City, a couple fouls, no cards, no free kicks in the offensive zone.
Certainly accustomed to seeing matches between AFC Ann Arbor and Detroit City. Like a light switch at times. Suddenly one challenge can turn the game to a much more aggressive affair. So far, like you said, a little bit cleaner of a match than we may have been expecting early on. So we're about a half hour into this one. As you see Ramirez getting involved, he finds Ryla. Ball was deflected, Shakely doing well. Unfortunately, it comes off his leg. It'll be a goal kick. Good energy going forward.
There you have it, Ramirez moving up, creating an opportunity, just unable to finish.
Ramirez very reminiscent of a player like Carlos Tevez. Good with the ball at his feet, but very aggressive going into the challenges. Certainly not afraid to get stuck in and likes to do the attacking by defending first, as was evidenced there in that last move. Now here's Brame. Marty and Watson who comes away. Kumu looking into the middle for Breitmeyer, who tucked in there. Gives the ball away, and now Detroit City have numbers going forward. Here's Cyrus Sadie looking to play it in behind. Akumu doing well.
Some fine footwork there by Sadie, trying to get it over to Santala, who scored a goal in their previous match.
Now Breno in for Ibarra. Ibarra looks to send it out to the left. Here's Watson. Take it past one defender and try and play it in. He and Ryla not quite connecting there. Now you see Ryla in more of a central position. Again, it's something that Coach Rudlin likes to do, utilizing the different skill sets of all of his players across the midfield and forward lines. Between Breitmeyer, Farkas, and Ryla, any one of them could play as a central forward as well as out on the wings.
Just a second ago, we almost had a 1-4-1 going on. Excuse me, 1-4-1-4.
Farkas doing well to win the ball. Here's Shakely. A little behind him. He wasn't able to keep it under his spell. Sadie comes away with it. Shakely recovers.
He ran over Detroit City player number 9 for Detroit CFC, Sean Lawson. Both get up fine, though.
Again, you saw Omar Sinclair and J.P. Ryla going at it down the left wing there. Ryla thinking the throw-in should have been his.
This is kind of the optimal type of game. Physical, but not dirty.
As you see there, the captain, Matt Brame, committing the foul right on the halfway line there. Be a free kick for Detroit City. Again, nothing malicious in there, no intent to harm the opposition at all from Brame, just a little bit too physical, and the referee didn't like it. As
Breno's been involved a lot today.
He has. He's been strong going into the challenges, but again, very clean, winning the ball well. As Shakely looks to play it out wide for Watson. Again, we know it's a part of Coach Rudlin's plan to utilize the wings. Sadie stepping in to win. Play it out wide for Sean Lawson. All the way out. Ran a little past him. He had to go to the touchline. Now Detroit City with some numbers forward. As you see the Mighty Oak trying to stay compact, not allow any space in between the lines. Breitmeyer going to help out Breno on the right side. A couple of loose touches there as Ibarra is going to get onto this one. At least it looked like it there. Wasn't quite able to get the toe past Brandon Bartel. Middle of the field for Detroit City. Ball goes all the way back. It'll be Jimmy Fiskus to launch the attack for the visitors. Now it's Akumu.
Again, you see Detroit City FC not applying a ton of pressure, much the same way the AFC Ann Arbor is positioning themselves in the other end. Both teams content in their current situation.
Much more of a chess match today, trying to understand the other team's plan. Again, as you mentioned, from both sides, Alex. Neither team looking to overcommit one way or the other. Here's Farkas on the left wing. Playing inside for Henry Ramirez. He takes a touch away, and he's brought to the ground here. It'll be a free kick for the Mighty Oak.
This might be their farthest up free kick yet. We'll see how aggressive they get.
And I'll be curious to know who takes this one. We saw a couple of different players at the midweek take free kicks between Ibarra, Lisinski, Breitmeyer over a couple as well. Looks like this one will belong to J.P. Ryla from about 35 yards out or so, just on the left-hand side of the box here. Ryla looking to play it in. A little too close to Pena there. He came out to gather quite comfortably. And Ramirez read that long kick out and stepped in. Breitmeyer getting involved now, and Akumu. Well, Alex, what have you seen so far here in this first half?
I've seen two teams that are very nervous about being the first team to give up the opening goal. Neither team pressing a lot, both sitting back and playing the middle, and they've been strong enough in the middle defensively that neither has really yielded any great scoring chances, and as a result, it's just been a game of neutrality. Neither side really winning play. I would say AFC Ann Arbor's been a bit more on the offensive end, but as a whole, this has been very balanced, a tight game plan for both teams, and not willing to take any chances that could bring on a crucial scoring opportunity for the other team.
We saw Michael Shakely there, the strong challenge on Jimmy Fiskus. As Breno is back trying to defend on Sean Lawson. Ball goes out to the left-hand side. Good cross into the box. Stanley Akumu read it well. Breitmeyer looking to help get it clear, only as far as the Detroit City midfield.
That was a good cross, but excellent positioning by Akumu, using those long limbs, getting his foot in position to knock that one away.
Certainly did well to read the play as Rylo lets it roll for Farkas down the left-hand side, and he's away here. Looks to cut it back. He'll drop it for Ryla, who now goes into the middle for Mark Ibarra. Ibarra into Michael Shakely. Good position. Henry Ramirez looking to go back to him. Michael Shakely takes it around the keeper.
Oh.
Just ran out of room there. Couldn't work the angle. He had taken it with a nice touch past Pena there. Good opportunity for the Mighty Oak.
That was some great passing. You start with the speed of Ryla down the left wing, creating the opportunity. He throws on the brakes, passes it over to the middle. Ibarra among several in position then to get it up and find an opportunity, but just unable to turn the corner and put the shot on net a little wide.
Again, it was your man, Alex Henry Ramirez, in the middle getting involved with a nice pass. Got deflected, but still was able to find its way through to Michael Shakely. Nice to see him involved going forward.
Unquestionably the best scoring chance for either team so far today. Just missed, but again, I think this has gone pretty perfectly to the game plan in terms of AFC Ann Arbor not surrendering any bad scoring chances for Detroit City, just sitting back, being content and letting the match flow, and when they do get an opportunity to break something open, they've done it with speed. Detroit City hasn't surrendered any egregious turnovers, but it's been the speed of Ann Arbor creating opportunities, especially down the left wing and then crossing to the middle.
As we have just about 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. Still scoreless at Skyline. Good opportunity there for the Mighty Oak to take the lead. And it was Michael Shakely who was unfortunate to not find the back of the net. As Sadie lets it roll. Ball was played a little behind him, and Akumu knocks it out wide to the left. Great turnout from the fans here, creating a good atmosphere for this home opening match. Second match in the NPSL for the Mighty Oak, as well as Detroit City.
You can feel the intensity in the crowd. Everyone on the edge of their seat waiting for the levee to break and the first goal to come.
As this match wears on, we can certainly expect to see some of the players from both sides starting to get a little bit more adventurous, start to take some of those risks. Both of these sides will be looking to earn what would be certainly a statement win early on here in the season, to have developed a good rivalry over the last couple of seasons. And as you mentioned early on, Alex, the time statistics between the two, 2 wins each, and 1 draw. Barra getting back to do the defensive duties, wasn't able to clear. Sadie picked it off his toe and looked into the middle. It was Brame heading clear. Now it's Farkas on the left. As JP Ryla takes off, he looks to find him over the top. It's a great ball from Farkas, but it was read well by Detroit City.
Well, in that scenario, Ann Arbor only putting 1 striker up, everyone else sitting back in their own end.
As Farkas steps in to intercept, he'll drop it back for Marty and Watson. Now you start to see the Mighty Oak spread out a little bit in possession as Detroit City drop off. Ibarra showing in the middle, and Breno wide open here. Brame will switch it to the other side for Akumu. There you see Ibarra dropping all the way back to pick the ball up. 3 at the back for the moment for the Mighty Oak as Brame looks long over the top to Ryla. It'll fall to Ryla just about, but Pena read it well, and it was a great look from Brame.
That was a fine ball. The long passes have been quite a bit more accurate in this match here today, and that one really close to creating a header opportunity to loft it over Pena.
Certainly seems much more locked in from the Mighty Oak here this afternoon. A little bit sharper. Doing well to split the possession just about. Been fairly even so far, Alex, in this one between the two sides.
It really has been. I think if I had to assign the team that's played a little bit better, it would probably be Ann Arbor. They've had better scoring opportunities, and more of the match has been played in their end. Also, they've been very strong defensively, but you know, in a 0-0 match, it only takes one big goal to change everything, both momentum and just the scenario of the match. You can be a lot more defensive, and it's why both teams have been willing to play tight and sit back and play strong defense.
And it's Brame now here. All the way back to Novotny now. He'll play it long. Looking for Watson or Farkas on the left-hand side. In the end, it was Watson who won it, and Ryla backs in to win the ball well. Very strong from Ryla there. Ibarra now to Watson. He's going to eat up a little bit of space on the left-hand side here. Looking inside for Shakely. Now Ramirez. Good move here for the Mighty Oak. Ramirez thought about the shot. He'll play it out wide to the right side of the box for Breitmeyer. He's looking to whip across in. Deflected out. It'll be a throw-in. As Breitmeyer takes it quickly, dropping back for Stanley Akumu.
A little bit of urgency here in the final minutes of the first half.
Breitmeyer with a touch inside. He's looking for the run of Farkas, trying to angle that ball through, but it was read well, and it'll be Pena to gather here.
Still no score between these two squads as we approach halftime.
So see the referee preparing the board. We are heading into stoppage time, the end of this half. As it stands 0-0 between AFC Ann Arbor and Detroit City FC. Again, really the only opportunity on goal so far was the effort from Michael Shakely rounding Pina, but ran out of room and wasn't quite able to direct his effort on target. Now it's Ibarra looking to find Breitmeyer and trying to find something late on here for the Mighty Oak. Breitmeyer and Breno misreading each other's signals there. A throw-in for Detroit City. And it's Akumu. Looking inside for Breno. Nice flick from Breno to go behind his defender there. Ibarra winning.
Oh.
And the referee keeps his cool after getting hit in the head, and he'll call this first half to a close here.
Not just the back of the head. Bopped him right on the top.
It's 0-0 here at Skyline High School between AFC Ann Arbor and Detroit City FC. Fans, we've got a good one on our hands here on this Mother's Day 2018. Stick around. We will be back in just about 15 minutes or so with the second half call from Skyline High School. AFC Ann Arbor 0, Detroit City FC 0. Fans, welcome back. Second half of this match coming up as you see AFC Ann Arbor getting set to take this kick. It'll be Ryla, Kyle Breitmeyer there. Henry Ramirez up top to get this second half underway. No changes for the Mighty Oak coming out here. Coach Rudlin was relatively happy with the first half performance from the men. Looks like it's just going to be Henry Ramirez, and he'll drop it back to Michael Shakely, and we are underway here in the second half.
Overall, well played first half, but neither team got the big goal they need.
Certainly we will be looking for this game to open up just a little bit between the two sides as things wear on here and the match starts to change. As you see, it was Sean Lawson for Detroit City giving chase there, and he has a throw-in for the visitors early on here. Again, bright start from Detroit City. Very similar to how it was in the first half. They earned a corner within the first minute, and now a deep throw in here in the second half. Mighty Oak with numbers back. It's taken short, though. And it's Breno doing the defensive work. Did well to win the ball there. It was poked off his toe, played into the mix. And in the end, it's Ramirez who will take the ball away. He finds Farkas. Farkas drops back from Marty and Watson. Given away, though. Bad position for the Mighty Oak to find themselves in, and the shot comes in. It's well wide. Doesn't trouble Mike Novotny in goal.
Well, fortunate in the Mighty Oak that that shot was put over top. It was really the first poor giveaway we've seen all day, but Deacon and company for Detroit City unable to put it in.
So you saw Deacon and Cyrus Sadie linking up there. Again, a combination to watch out for, and the Mighty Oak are certainly well aware of the potential there. Now it's Novotny to go long. Looking for Ibarra in the middle, just over his head. Ball fell to Cyrus Sadie, but his ball in through the back line finds only Novotny. He looks to press things up here a little bit.
Novotny taking a lot of time to get ready and get it set up.
Looking for Ryla in the middle. It'll fall now for Farkas. And Ibarra sends it back out to the left. Watson in for Ramirez. Nice turn from Henry Ramirez. He's going down the left-hand side here. Well, he's got one in the box, and he's taken down. Referee says no. Looked like possibly a shove in the back there, but in the end, it's just a goal kick for Detroit City.
Well, Ramirez was definitely a little bit out of control. He was running on fumes. He'd been really accelerating down the left wing side. You could tell he was starting to get a bit off kilter, and then I guess just incidental contact brought him down. Be a goal kick for Pena.
And Ibarra trying to get involved there. The ball was falling through behind, but it was Akumu. Knocks it up high into the air. And in the end, it's going to fall for Breno. Looking wide to the right side for Breitmeyer. Detroit City are staying up here in Ann Arbor's half. And now it's Breno all the way back. There's Michael Shakely in some space. Closed down quickly. Looking for Ryla in the middle.
Good takeaway by Carroll.
Be a Detroit City throw. They're going to look to take it quickly here down the left. As you see Deacon there. Situation was calmly handled by Akumu.
Warded off well by Akumu. Handled very properly. We'll say that so far in the first couple minutes of this second half, Detroit City FC kind of taking a page out of the Ann Arbor playbook and using their speed more along the wings. Definitely a bit more aggressive than we saw in the first half.
Certainly has been to start this second half here. Again, Novotny seeing a lot of the ball early. No trouble yet. No shots on target. Nothing to really make him worry at all in this second half. Didn't face any real shots on target in the first half either. So now you see Breno looking for Farkas, his Brazilian striker wasn't able to find him. And it's Sean Lawson now on the ball. He's not able to keep the ball in play. It'll be Marty and Watson to take this throw in here quickly into Ibarra. Loose pass, and now it's Cyrus Sadie. He touched it away from Brame. The touch ended up rolling all the way back to Novotny again.
As you see right here in this exact instance, you've got Deacon and Sadie playing significantly up. There was not nearly as much pressure applied in the first half when Ann Arbor was in their own end and playing it between the defense.
Well, Brame was looking for Farkas there. The header clear fell to Watson. And now it'll be an AFC Ann Arbor throw in the opposition half. Certainly a good opportunity as you see loads of space on the right-hand side. Breitmeyer and Shakely the farthest out there as it's Farkas going into the corner, doing well to keep it in. In the end, it'll be a Detroit City throw-in.
Entering the 52nd minute, still no score between these two teams in a pretty evenly matched affair.
You see the Mighty Oker putting a few more players in Detroit City's half, trying to really gain some dominance here in the second half early on. Now it's Breno looking into the box. Sort of a shot cross there, but Pena's able to come and gather. He looked to play it out quickly, but Akumu did well to read it. The ball will fall to Watson. He and Breno exchanging a few passes. Now it's Cyrus Sadie. And Detroit City are on the break here. Shot comes in, and Novotny with a kick save. Could be a corner kick.
Terrific job by Novotny to get in the right positioning and get his leg in a way to block it away. But again, we see the speed up the wing for Detroit City. This is their second corner of the match. They had one very early in the first half. It was defended well. This is a big moment. Opportunity for the first goal of the match.
It was Josh Gatt there getting involved. Novotny read the shot well. Here comes the corner kick. Again, it was Gatt looking to get on the end of it. Falls all the way through to box, and Shakely does well to get to it and knock it out for a throw-in. It looks like there will be the first substitution of the match here. It is Gatt coming off for Detroit City. And it looks like it'll be Raphael Mensingen coming in for the visitors. Like-for-like switch here. Mensingen playing up top. Looks like he will head out to the left side. There's Deacon on the ball. He's looking to go out wide, but it was read well by Breno again. He's been a busy man there at the right back position this afternoon. As Akumu drops it all the way back for Novotny, he had to play it out quickly. Anywhere will do in that position. As you saw the substitute Mensingen looking to get after it and put some pressure on Novotny. Fiskus will drop it all the way back. J.P. Riley using the speed to put some pressure on here. So the Mighty Oak need to look to press out a little bit. And again, here's Fiskus. He looks for the long ball into Mensingen, and he'll find him. Did well to try and bring it down, but touch was a little bit long, and be a goal kick for Novotny again.
Well, Detroit City FC now in the first but 10 minutes of the second half. A bit more aggressive and creating some better chances than they had early on. Need to look to see Ann Arbor kind of flip things and be a bit more aggressive themselves. And dictate play more.
And the men in white here for the Mighty Oak looking sharp. The all-white kits. Compliments of Capelli Sport, the official apparel partner of AFC Ann Arbor. Shop for your 2018 Capelli kit at any home match or online at afcannarbor.com. Again, that's afcannarbor.com. And it's Breno here. It was read by Mensingen, and he's in on the break. Takes a touch past Brame. Referee's whistled for a foul. It'll be a free kick for Detroit City in a good spot. And it looks like it's a yellow card that's been issued to Captain Matt Brame here for that challenge. Referee didn't like it.
We haven't called Brame's name a whole lot today. He was definitely quite a bit involved in Wednesday's match. It's been Breno that's been a bit more involved defensively, but Brame gets himself into some trouble, and it creates another good opportunity for Detroit City.
Brame, a player who, as the captain, certainly reads the game very well, knew that Mensingen was in with a lot of pace and had to take him down and give away the free kick. Looks like it'll be Deacon over this one, as well as Sinclair.
It's like a three-man wall.
Deacon leaves it. The effort comes in, flashes wide though. Novotny not troubled. He was comfortable to let that one run past his near post. It'll be a goal kick again. The Mighty Oak certainly will be looking to get on the ball and try and build some possession here.
They need to turn the tide. It's been a bit of a blitz here in the last several minutes.
Still not too many efforts that have troubled Novotny. Just the one shot on target, Alex, but starting to see Detroit City growing in confidence.
Yeah, they have been more aggressive, but so far haven't surrendered any opportunities for Ann Arbor that you might expect when there's aggressiveness.
Here's Ramirez now coming down the right side. He looks to drop it back. And Akumu does well, rising above Cyrus Sadie. Towering header there. Now Watson and Lawson getting involved.
Well, that was a good job by Ramirez to use his speed to create an opportunity. Maybe just got a little too fancy in laying it behind himself when he didn't have a teammate directly on his tail.
Challenged well by Breno and Shakely. Shot comes in. Novotny pushes it wide. That was a good effort on target. Mike Novotny wise to it, getting down to his left-hand side. It'll be a Detroit City corner, the third of the match here. Well defended in the end from Novotny. The strike forced a good save from the Mighty Oak keeper. Everybody back in the box now here as this corner comes in. Going to the back post. Rises well. Just over.
It was a good cross, but the header just not on target.
As you saw, Detroit City loading the box there, really trying to crowd Novotny and create some of that chaos. In the end, the header was won well, but wasn't on target. Thankfully so for the Mighty Oak. And now Novotny pushes everybody forward, just looking to alleviate some of that pressure here. Wasn't able to find Farkas, and now it's Mensingen again. He goes out wide for Deacon on the right-hand side, with Akumu tracking him all the way to the corner flag. Cross comes into the box. Novotny pushes away.
Novotny being just peppered right now, but he's agile, moving around the box quite well, tracking the ball, seeing it off the foot.
And that long cross was looking to the right-hand side, goes out of bounds. Novotny doing well, and it looks like AFC Ann Arbor will be making a change here on the right wing. Kyle Breitmeyer coming off. Chris Odiambo is entering the match for the Mighty Oak.
Well, this is like what we saw on Wednesday when I believe it was the exact same switch was made, and then Farkas was switched for Lisinski. We'll see if that one follows up, but Eric Rutland switching out his strikers in the second half.
And you see immediately there as Odiambo runs over to the left-hand side, switching Farkas out to the right. There's Shakely, and it will be the substitute, Odiambo, on the ball right away here, finding Ryla. Odiambo brings a lot of pace. Well won by Frenchie. Matt Brame there, the captain. And again, he'll have to be careful moving forward here. The referee saw his studs come up and said no more. Brame already on a yellow card here in this one as we tick past the hour mark at Skyline. It is 0-0 still. Now Ramirez settles it for Ibarra. He'll drop back to Brame. Brame looking out to the right-hand side for Farkas, and in the end, in between Farkas and Breno, wasn't able to find either of them.
Touch a little strong there.
And it'll be a throw-in after Ibarra won the ball and deflected it off a Detroit City player. Here's Farkas. Another throw-in, no foul there. Farkas using his body well, as we've become accustomed to. Now it's in the middle for Shakely. Ball's cleared out again, a throw-in for AFC Ann Arbor. Here's Ramirez now, as he switches it in for Ibarra. Ibarra looks to go into the middle again on the left side for Ramirez. Ramirez pass two out to Odiambo. And Ibarra was popping the ball up for Ramirez, who was in an offside position. Thought he could leave it and get back involved, but the referee in the end calls for it. Now it'll be Pena to take. And you see right now, J.P. Ryla playing more centrally. Farkas out on the right wing and Odiambo on the left. Coach Rudland certainly looking to attack in the channels a little bit more with the substitution. Just about a half hour remaining here, Alex. What have you seen? How have things changed for the Mighty Oak in this second half?
Well, they've had to deal with a lot more pressure from Detroit City. And in the first half, both teams kind of feeling each other out, but at the same time, both were playing a really tight game plan, unwilling to make any kind of big aggressive play to create a goal or to potentially get out of position. But in this second half, Detroit City definitely has moved up. They've been a little bit more aggressive. They haven't surrendered any of the chances you might expect when you get aggressive yet, but the Mighty Oak have been facing a lot more pressure. They've had to endure a couple corner kicks. They've given up a free kick on a bad penalty leading to a card for Brame. And Novotny's had to be a lot more involved, and they haven't had the same quality of chances and are not dictating the play the way they did in the first half, and that's going to need to change.
As you saw Breno there getting back and shepherding the ball out of play. Detroit City certainly looking to ping the ball into the substitute Mensingen. Extremely pacey left winger. Breno not quite as quick, but has used his size to do well to keep him off the ball as much as possible here since his entering in the match. And it looks like it'll be Breno now to take this throw and dropping it back for Michael Shakely. In for Ramirez. And Ramirez gives away a free kick there. Free kick is taken quickly. Sean Lawson now. Again, looking out to the left for Mensingen. Just too high for him. Throw in for AFC. Certainly seems to be a concerted effort, Alex, that they are trying to find Mensingen and get in behind, recognizing that maybe there is a mismatch with the speed. So far, Breno has been equal to it.
Well, he was a substitution for a reason, and they've definitely wanted to get him more involved and be a focal point of the attack.
Brame in for Odiambo now. Ramirez, the outside of his boot, finding Odiambo and Watson. Back into the middle, looking for Ramirez. Can't quite find him, though, and it'll be Brandon Bartel to take it away for Detroit City. Now Lawson. Crowded off the ball by Odiambo and Shakely. Referee says it's a foul, though.
Had a very close quarters conversation there between Shakely and the referee, but he gives the free kick to Detroit City.
Now quickly out to the left here for Mensingen. He looks to cut inside. It was Akumu doing well. Cleared as far as Shakely. Now it's Farkas all the way back the top of his own box. Farkas dropping for Breno. Finds Shakely in the middle just about. Stretched his foot out, and in the end it's Ibarra. But a bad giveaway again here at the top of the box. Brame with the deflection. Now it's falling out to the right side of the box for Sean Lawson. Thought about the cross. He'll take it a little slower. Defended well by Marty and Watson, and it's Odiambo looking to lead the charge. Here's J.P. Ryla going down the left. Back for Pena for Detroit City. It was Stephen Carroll there who recognized the danger from Ryla with the pace and dropped it all the way back. Again, Breno involved there, clearing the ball out for a Detroit City throw-in.
Action a little back and forth right now as we are entering the 67th minute. Still no score between Detroit City FC and AFC Ann Arbor.
Farkas doing well to work his way past two defenders. Brame was looking out to the left side. Couldn't find Odiambo, but it falls for Ramirez. And he saw Ryla going through on the right. Odiambo says, I was there on the left.
Yeah, just not able to quite hook up there.
As the ball runs out of play.
We haven't seen the same speed that was utilized by AFC Ann Arbor in the first half. They had a lot of success running Ryla down the wing. Hasn't quite been the same. They haven't been relying on the long stretch passes nearly as much as they were previously. Like to see that get mixed in a little bit more and create some offense that we just haven't seen as good as chances as there were in the first half.
Again, so far it's been relatively quiet for both sides on the offensive front here, as you see a Detroit City substitution. Looks like it'll be Elliot Bentley entering into the match. Or rather, it's Wilfred Williams.
Yeah, Bentley going off, Williams coming on.
As you see, he fills in at the left back spot there for Detroit City, with Farkas giving chase. Now Ryla putting some pressure on Fiskus there.
Still not a ton of pressure being applied. You see Odiambo on the left wing, backtracking, not being too aggressive, getting out of position.
Long ball over the top, was looking for Lawson. Novotny read it well, but gives it to Deacon. Novotny's out of goal here, and Deacon looks to take the effort. Akumu did extremely well there to be in the right spot. The ball was heading in, but for his clearance.
That's a really reckless play by Novotny. You want the keeper to come out when he still has the ability to play it with his hands, had to knock it away with his feet, but he's way out of position, leaves the goal wide open. But a great job by Akumu in the right spot, playing keeper as a defenseman, standing in the net and knocking it away with his foot.
Vital interception there at the back. Now the throw-in, looking to take it long, is Omar Sinclair for Detroit City. A couple of men in the box here. Only finds the feet of Akumu, who does well to clear it out to the midway mark.
Akumu all over the place in the match today, being positioned well.
As we see Michael Shakely exiting the field of play. Jake Rosen coming on in his place in the center of the park.
Well, Rosen got the start in the match on Wednesday. This is his third year with the club, a Livonia, Michigan native. He had a pretty solid match on Wednesday. They're going to see if he can infuse some more offense.
Rosen, a very similar type of player to Shakely. Good going forward, but aggressive in the challenge. Likes a physical battle. Likes to be on the ball. As you see Watson and Odiambo doing well. Ibarra finds Rosen. His first touch goes out wide to Breno. Looking for Farkas, but it's going to roll out of play. That connection down the right hasn't quite been there. Due in part perhaps to Breno's typical position being center back. Certainly has played well and has done his defensive duties, not been able to connect with Farkas down the right. At least not as of yet.
70 minutes in the book, still knotted at 0 between AFC Ann Arbor and DCFC.
Farkas was looking for Rosen, wasn't able to find his feet. And Lawson and Watson getting into a bit of a scuffle there. Goes out to the left-hand side for Odiambo now. Looking for it at the back post. He looked up and saw Pena maybe off his line a little bit, was looking to chip it over him to the back. Curled effort goes over the top of the bar.
It puts a good spin on that one, a nice hook, but just a little over top. Right idea. That's sort of some of the speed we saw in the first half, still not quite the same.
Certainly what Coach Rudland will be looking for from Odiambo on the left wing, as we know, can be an electric player at times. With the pace, very attack-minded, wants to go forward and put shots on goal. Kumu doing well. Mensingen was probing down the left. Kumu read it and cleared it out for a throw-in. Kumu again finding Ramirez now as he's brought down. Referee says no foul. It's out wide for Omar Sinclair.
Ramirez has been roughed up a couple times today. Hasn't been getting the benefit of the call.
Odiambo, there was a tug on his shirt there. Referee spotted it. It'll be a free kick for the Mighty Oak. And Brame takes it quickly in for Ramirez, who is in some space as he gets closed down. Back to Brame, now Ibarra. Now Brame again. He looks long for Ryla. Great ball, Ryla trying to keep it in play. Wasn't quite able to do so. And Detroit City are making a substitution. It looks like it will be Sean Lawson leaving and Roddy Green entering the game for the visitors. As Detroit City are back waiting to take this throw-in. You see Roddy Green come over and head straight for that right side. Watson wins the header, then Brame. Will fall to the feet of Watson, who looks for Ramirez. He does well to bring it down. He was looking into the middle for Rosen there, but was cut out well. Now it's Rosen, dropping for Ibarra. Ibarra gets on the ball. Nice footwork from Ibarra there to find Ramirez. Now it's Ryla on the left. His preferred position. Ryla looks to take it past his defender. It'll be a corner.
Well, here's your big opportunity. AFC Ann Arbor has not had a lot of good opportunities to score in this match, but this is a tailor-made one.
It'll be Farkas coming over to take this corner, but you see Ryla getting out to his preferred side and really just going right at the defender.
Second corner of the match for Ann Arbor.
7 in the box here. And Farkas to take. Looking for some good service. Here's the ball in. Headed up into the air. It's going to fall back out for Farkas on the left-hand side. Second opportunity. It comes all the way through. Brame was the farthest back. In the end, it was cleared.
That was a really good cross from Farkas, putting it right on the doorstep, but unable to find the head of a waiting Mighty Oak player.
Certainly asking questions of that Detroit City backline was Farkas there with that cross. And you saw Pena come flying out looking to get something on it. Looked like it missed him altogether, but was scrambled away by Detroit City. Now they have a throw-in. And it was Farkas. Thought he won the ball cleanly, but the referee disagrees. It'll be another free kick for Detroit City.
Now in the 75th minute. Time is ticking in this one.
It's Williams standing over it. Or perhaps Deacon now. As you see Jimmy Fiskus heading up into the box here. Detroit certainly looking to get something from this set piece. Deacon over it. Ball comes into the box. And Novotny with a huge save. Well, the ball in from Deacon. Found Stephen Carroll as Ramirez tries to set Rilo away now. Novotny asked to come up big, and he did. Made himself as big as he could and made the save. Carroll's shot ricocheted off his shin and was handled in the end by the Mighty Oak. Best opportunity of the match so far. But Detroit City not able to capitalize there.
Well, that was, I would have to say, the best opportunity of the match, but an absolutely fabulous play by Novotny, who has come up big time and time again here in the second half, keeping the match tied at 0 and giving his team an opportunity to kind of steal a goal and escape with a win if they can finally break the ice.
And now up at the other end here, it's Farkas over this free kick. So you see the Mighty Oak putting a couple of players in the box here, trying to do the same thing. Here's Farkas. Ball to the back post. He was looking for Akumu and Breno. It'll be a corner.
Yeah, good job by number 98, Brandon Bartel, a player from University of Pennsylvania, getting his head in there and knocking the free kick away, but it creates another corner opportunity, and it's going to be Farkas to take it again.
And again, you see big numbers in the box. 6 in there at the moment with Ryla and Rosen waiting at the top of the box here. In it comes from Farkas. Doesn't get past Sinclair. Only cleared as far as Rosen. He'll take the throw in. As he looks forward for Odiambo.
Not nearly as good of a touch from Farkas that time. But Mighty Oak still with chances in the offensive end.
Farkas and Odiambo battling with Wilfred Williams, who in the end wins a throw-in for Detroit City. Looks like it's Omar Sinclair back to take this one.
Now play in the 78th minute.
And as we wear on here, you'll certainly be expecting to see these sides start to try and throw a few more people forward and look to grab something from this match late. Ibarra looking for Odiambo now. Will run out of play.
Well, those are a pair of really good opportunities for the Mighty Oak on those corners.
Nice turn from Farkas there. Looks for the left-footed shot, and he's dragged down. It'll be a free kick.
Yeah,
well, Farkas was fully going for goal there before getting chopped down at the back.
He had taken the long wind-up in. Leg was about to come forward and strike it, get an opportunity in on net from long range, and just taken out from behind viciously. That's going to be a penalty and an opportunity for a free kick, so another good chance for the Mighty Oak.
Doesn't look like there were any yellow cards issued, but certainly a strong challenge as you see Ibarra and Breno over this free kick. Unclear who will take it just yet, possibly the right foot of Breno. As you see 4 in the wall for Detroit City. It is Breno right into the midriff, and he takes a rip again. Fall out to the right wing for J.P. Ryla now. He looks to put one into the mix. It's Farkas at the back post. As he flicks it up, hits a hand, but not intentional. Ramirez now for Ibarra. And Ibarra back in for Ramirez, who finds Farkas. Good play down this left here. Ramirez looking to put one in. All the way to the back post for Ryla. It's off his back in the end, and it'll be a goal kick. Good pressure from the Mighty Oak there, Alex.
Yeah, a lot of great chances for Ann Arbor. The free kick sequence really just amounted to Breno taking 2 big shots into the bellies of the wall. But overall, they managed to contain it and create a couple other good looks. That was the good pressure. Now this half is kind of even out. Detroit City came out of the gate in the second half, really pressing a couple good chances, and now it's AFC Ann Arbor answering back with good chances, but still no goal.
And again, you you see the more concerted effort to try and get forward and make the most when they have the chances. Will we see another substitution here from Coach Rudland, possibly to throw even more forward? Point certainly would not be the worst thing from this match.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me if they subbed out a midfielder for another striker. If they wanted to go all in, Lisinski was used in the match on Wednesday and had some good looks.
Farkas was looking to take it past Carroll there. Was not able to do so. Ibarra winning the header. Now it's Watson. Again, Ibarra. As he looks out to the right side, he'll go for Breno. And it's Odeambo who's switched over to the right now with Farkas on the left. Kumu thought about the long ball. In the end, he'll go for the long ball all the way out to the left side of the field looking for Farkas. Farkas and Sinclair battling. Farkas was over it.
Farkas got knocked down and was looking for a call, none coming, and it went off of him out of bounds. So the throw in to Detroit City.
Sinclair takes it. The referee whistles a foul on Ramirez there.
Yep, came in across for a header and clipped the Detroit City defender.
Riley giving chase in the middle on Jimmy Fiskus. Starting to put some more pressure on here now. Odeambo. Now it's Sinclair for Detroit City. Looking into the middle for Deacon. Good pressure from Ibarra. Again, trying to force some turnovers here. Win the ball back as Fiskus takes it past Odeambo. Still Fiskus now.
And the defenseman Fiskus has moved all the way up across the center line. Now he retreats, but a bit more of an aggressive look.
Sadie looks to play in Mensingen. And Akumu does well to touch it away from him. Williams stepping in here. And it's Rosen playing out for Odeambo. Mighty Oak on the break now. As he looked in behind the line. JP Ryla is onside, coming down the right as he goes into the box here. Ryla with the shot. Goes over the top of the bar. Good opportunity for Ryla there.
Well, we see the speed once again of JP Ryla. Didn't see it a ton in the second half after seeing it quite a bit in the first, but there finally an opportunity and just puts it over top.
Detroit City making another change here. It's Omar Sinclair at right back. He'll come off, making way for TJ Stevens. As you see Pena waiting for his new defender to join that right back position. Great chance there for Ryla, Alex. You gotta say, again, it's been mostly enjoying some of that space on the wings for the Mighty Oak that have led to the opportunities here. Several of them coming through JP Ryla.
Well, AFC Ann Arbor came out a little flat-footed in the second half and allowed Detroit City to take their blows, but here in the last about 10 minutes of play, AFC Ann Arbor's really flipped the script. They've gotten the good chances, and we'll see if someone can break through here in the last 7 minutes of action.
So you saw an aggressive Odeambo there. No foul from the referee. Coach Rutherland will like to see that energy. Long ball over the top looking for Roddy Green as he goes to head it. Novotny did well to stay home. He'll come out and gather.
Good positioning there from Novotny, right in between the two attackers, and was all over the ball off the header.
Nice touch from Odeambo to find Ramirez. He'll try and take it out wide past Fiskus.
Good tackle.
You saw a dangerous break there. It was a long ball. Found the head of Roddy Green. He was looking to float the ball past Novotny into Deacon. But Novotny, again, reading that play and stayed home, got up to grab it. To see a substitution here for the Mighty Oak. It's Yuri Farkas leaving the game. It will be AZ Liati entering for AFC Ann Arbor as he takes up position on the left side. Now it's in for Odeambo. He looks out wide for Rosen. Rosen finds Ramirez. Continues his run into the middle of the box as Ramirez gets brought down. Certainly felt the full force of that challenge. It'll be a throw-in for AFC.
He went down hard, clutching all of his body and a little gimpy getting up, but now it's a throw-in in the opposing zone. See if the Mighty Oak can create a good look.
Breno was looking for the cross there into the box. Unfortunate, deflected off his face and out. It'll be a Detroit throw. As we enter the last 5 minutes of this match here at Skyline High School, it remains 0-0, AFC Ann Arbor and Detroit City FC.
Well, if the Mighty Oak keep up the pressure they've had in the last 12 minutes of play, they should get at least one more good opportunity.
Odiambo now coming down the right-hand side. Had it taken off his toe. Ikumu applies the pressure on Deacon there. Ball falls to Ramirez. He looks in the middle for Ryla. Does well to hold off his defender. Here's Rosen now on the right side of the box. Rosen looking in the middle for Ibarra. He takes a touch, thinks about the shot, and fakes it. Roddy Green well placed. Ball goes deflected off Ibarra and out of bounds.
Yeah, Ibarra probably should have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier, decided to try and dribble with it and had it taken away. Flex off himself, out of bounds, and a goal kick.
The positioning there for Ibarra was reminiscent of Milwaukee just a weekend ago.
He's capable of scoring from that distance, and all the more reason to probably take that shot.
Kumu rising well for the much shorter Sadie there. Now Rosen looking up top for Ryla. Looks like he's going to find him. Ryla trying to muscle off Fiskus, but wasn't able to do so. So you see Carroll here on the ball now for Detroit City. Ramirez giving pressure in the middle. Ball runs all the way back for Breno. It'll be Rosen. Over to AZ. AZ touches wide now for Odiambo. Here's Ramirez. Odiambo continuing the run down the right. Ramirez past his defender. He'll cut it back for AZ. AZ thinking about the shot. He'll take it past a few. And the referee decides that was a foul there. As you saw, Liati with some space wasn't able to work a shot on goal.
Tough contact there. Looks like it's going to be Ryla coming off for the Mighty Oak and going on Alec Lisinski.
Another clearly attacking substitution here for the final few minutes. Again, Alec Lisinski provided some much-needed offensive opportunities for the Mighty Oak in the midweek matchup in the U.S. Open Cup. Saw a couple of shots worked by Lisinski. See what he can do here. Breno whistled for the foul. They'll look to take it quickly.
Well, Detroit City FC hasn't had any really good chances in the last little while. We'll see if they can produce one in the final few minutes.
And it's Carroll now. Looking for Roddy Green down the right. He'll find him. Green tries to flick it past Watson, but it's Brame and AZ.
Looks like some hard contact. He went down hard.
Ibarra now looking for Lisinski. Oh, and it was so close to finding Lisinski over the top of Carroll at the back there for Detroit City. Ibarra and Lisinski, former teammates here in Ann Arbor, now playing together for AFC. Almost connecting there down the left-hand side. AZ doing well. Here's Watson, in for Lisinski. Ball falls to Cyrus Sadie. Given away, though. Here's Odiambo. Now Rosen. Rosen looking over the top for Odiambo. Can he keep it in play down the right? It was Fiskus clearing out. It'll be an AFC throw.
In the offensive end, they're going to move everybody up, try to juice that goal they need.
Breno to Rosen. Breno wins another throw-in. Taken quickly for Ramirez. Ramirez trying to work something out of it in a tight spot in the corner there on the right side of the field. And it looks like he wasn't able to do so. It'll be a Detroit City throw-in.
Yeah, it looked like Ramirez was trying to coax a corner.
Had two defenders on him. Certainly likes the battle. It's Wilfred Williams to take the throw-in now. Rosen winning the header well. Scuffed clearance, falls for Lisinski. He's looking for Rosen. or rather Ramirez on the right side. It'll be a throw-in for AFC Ann Arbor now. And Alex, you wonder at what point, as we approach the final minutes here in the 90th minute, what point do they look to take the throw-in long?
Yeah, you got to think it's going to be coming sometime soon. They have space on the other side. And then you can see this. They're moving everybody up. Here's the long throw-in.
Sinski takes into the middle. Looks like it'll fall for Liati here. Now Ibarra. AZ keeping it alive. As Detroit City look to break, we are into stoppage time now here at Skyline. It's Deacon leading the charge. Now Sadie. Looking back out to the right-hand side. TJ Stevens. Watson over to cover. Ball goes to the back post. They're looking for Mensingen.
Yeah, just didn't get it cleanly. Was winding up for a big shot, and it just didn't catch his foot in the right position.
So it looks like it'll be Brogan Shrimpton coming on, replacing Cyrus Sadie. Relatively quiet match for Sadie. Saw a good amount of the ball in the middle of the field. Didn't do too much with it. Mighty Oak will certainly be happy about that, as it's Novotny to take now. Only a few real chances. Novotny's certainly been one of the more important players out there this afternoon for the Mighty Oak.
I mean, he had one sort of missed play where he came out too far and had to be bailed out by Akumu, but otherwise he's been so big.
Sinski giving great pressure there. It'll be a throw-in. Very well done from the forward. He comes up clutching back of his thigh a little bit there.
Well, in the closing moments, we'll see if the Mighty Oak can coax one more opportunity. There's a foul called on Carroll.
Be a free kick here. Great chance for the Mighty Oak.
Waning seconds.
Certainly must be one of the last opportunities here. Haven't seen too many stoppages, a couple of substitutions. Now it's Rosen over the free kick. Mighty Oak putting a lot of numbers in the box here. Good chance to grab something from this game late. Here's Rosen. Ball to the back post, and it's in!
Oh!
It goes into the net in stoppage time.
Holy mackerel.
What a ball from Rosen. And in the end, it looks like it was Marty and Watson, the defender, slamming the ball over the line. 1-0 AFC Ann Arbor here at Skyline at the death.
Absolutely terrific cross, and you see the Detroit City FC players arguing about something, but in all likelihood, that's just about the dagger.
It was a fantastic ball in, curling towards the back post. Really left Pena in a position where he couldn't come out, couldn't stay home. And it was the defender, Watson, who slams it over the line.
Detroit City really kind of pressing. They can't have much time left in this one.
Deacon looking for Raphael Mensingen. He's not able to do anything with it. It'll be a goal kick and a welcome sight for Rutland. Detroit City were marching down the field looking to grab something here very late on. Novotny certainly looking to take his time with this one. We must be in the final moments here, Alex.
Yep. Late heroics again. Just a couple weeks ago in a friendly matchup with Force FC, it was a penalty kick late by Kyle Breitmeyer. Here, another late goal in stoppage time to produce a likely win as the seconds tick away.
You may know it as stoppage time. Folks around these parts know it as Rutland time. As you saw Marty and Watson there, not giving up on the play, smashing the ball in. Now here's a late free kick for Detroit.
They're bringing the keeper, Pena, all the way up towards the midline.
At this point, throwing everything forward.
A lot of bodies.
And Ibarra slams it off of TJ Stevens. It will be another goal kick for AFC Ann Arbor.
You have to think this is, salting away the last seconds here. The whistle should be coming any moment.
And again, you know the referee has to add on a little bit of time for the celebration after the goal. We must be in the final moments now here at Skyline High as AFC Ann Arbor hold on to a 1-0 lead. Novotny taking long, looking for AZ on the left. It'll be a throw-in for AFC Ann Arbor.
On AFC Ann Arbor really dragging their feet in the mud, trying to take as long as they can.
Long throw-in from Marty and Watson.
Yeah, that's exactly the right play. Just put it in the corner, and there it is.
Referee brings this one to a halt. AFC Ann Arbor at the death, earning a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Detroit City FC. In the end, it was Rosen on the free kick from the left side of the box. His curled effort to the back post finds the head of Martian Watson, who did excellently well. Off the bar, crossing the line, making sure about it, as this result earns all 3 points for AFC Ann Arbor, who are now 2 wins from 2 matches here in the NPSL. Alex, how important early on is it to get this win for the Mighty Oak?
Well, it's huge. I mean, it's not just over, your rival, but it's a really good squad, a team that was number 2 in the conference last year. And also just to flip the momentum after a tough performance on Wednesday, to bounce back and get this kind of win is really, really impressive.
Some feelings for sure of avenging that loss in the NPSL playoffs last season, as AFC Ann Arbor christened their new home stadium, Skyline High School, with a stoppage time winner over Detroit City FC. It finishes 1-0 here. Fans, thanks for being with us. Alex Drain alongside me. I'm Michael Kreutzma. We look forward to seeing you next time. Fans, we're going to send it down to the field now for some interviews here with Coach Rudland following this victory, as well as our man of the match in about 3 minutes or so. Stick with us. We will be back live pitchside here at Skyline High School.
Goal of the team was to, get off to a good start, and there was a few nerves early on, but as the game went on, we got better. And then through the goal, I wasn't even going to go up, and one of my teammates was like, let's get guys in the box. And I saw it came, and it went off the crossbar, and I was like, did it go in, did it go in? And yeah, it's a great feeling.
So you said this is your rivals. The goal was to get the team going and get together. So what was that moment in your
clean sheet, and even the service into the box, like if it wasn't for the service, I wouldn't have had a chance to score. So it was a great feeling overall, good for the team.
And what does it mean to beat DCFC at home here?
But this rivalry, the coaches and to the fans is a great deal, even for the players. For this game all week, through practice. So this win is amazing.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Congratulations.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks.
And be a little bit more detail oriented and thorough on the ball, because a lot of careless turnovers and not the most cohesive attacking performance. And obviously we score off a set piece, so that kind of speaks to that, I think.
Home.
I mean, every win in the league is important. There's no kind of one match we circle on the calendar versus another. 3 points is 3 points this early in the season. So, we're thinking about the next game now as we prepare for next weekend.
Alrighty. And you said, you're trying to integrate all those new players. Was this a good starting point?
I think so. We had a couple guys put some really good performances together, and so hopefully we'll have a week to prepare for our next match. We can look to integrate a couple more players who have maybe just arrived and had one session with us up until this weekend. So we've got, I think, a few more pieces that will hopefully